Hey everybody, welcome to Community Conversations, where we're talking about how culture drives business. My name is Alex Williams. I am the community manager here at Procore, along with my colleague and friend, L.V. Hansen, who's the director of culture strategy. And we are exploring visual tools that help create culture. Let's dive right in.
Visual tools shape language, and language creates culture. Alex, the visual tool we're looking at today is called Organizational Clarity. And as the tool pops up on the screen for you, just take a minute and pause and observe. What words jump out to you? What shapes and what visuals stand out to you most? Consider what meaning you would give to this even as you observe. Organizational Clarity is a tool that helps clarify the foundation of growth for both your organization and your team. The foundation of it, it works bottom up. The foundation is the mission and vision and values. It's the what, why, and how. And we all know that, especially in this industry, the foundation is what matters. You got to build down before you build up. So building down for organizational clarity suggests you answer the question of what do you do, the mission, the why do you do it, the vision, and the how are you going to accomplish it all, your values. Once you establish that foundation, you've established the functionality, you've established the goal, and from there you build. Form follows function. After mission, vision, values, you really go after leadership. Are the roles clear? Are the expectations clear? And from there, strategy and structure really lead to tactics, which is where a lot of us focus our energy most of the time. What should I do today? Well, all of that is great as long as it's built intentionally with clarity around the foundation, mission, vision, and values. So, consider what the application of this looks like for you in your unique context. What's something that you can look at to be able to sharpen your organizational clarity? Where can you affect positive change as a result of some of the learning here in this tool? The question for you is, how will you apply this? Organizational clarity. Thanks for joining.
All right, now that we understand the Organizational Clarity visual tool, we're going to jump inside the Procore Community van, head on over to New York City, and interview an industry leader and Procore customer, LaNelle Alexander from L+M Development Partners. Come on in. Hey everybody, we're here back inside the Procore Community van, and to introduce our next guest, I am throwing it on over to L.V. Hansen.
Thanks, Alex. It is an honor to introduce our next guest to you all. Her name is LaNelle Alexander. She's been a friend for a while. She's up in New York City. LaNelle is the Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at L+M Development Partners. LaNelle, great to see you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, L.V. It's good to be with you.
The tool that we're looking at today is called Organizational Clarity. And LaNelle, you and I have worked on this, and this has been a tool that we've spent a lot of time on over the last 6 months. And that's why we had you on here. We wanted to ask you, from your perspective and your experience, what does this Organizational Clarity visual tool mean to you?
Yeah, great question. I'll tell you, L.V., it's been so much fun getting to work with you and your team. I mean, several months ago, we started to figure out just what's missing, what do we need in regards to having a shared vision, mission, and a value system for L+M Development Partners. And we've realized that we had a great culture, but it wasn't something that was seen and understood. And you all helped us to create that clarity, right? So we worked with our executive team to name it in regards to what that mission is and help to provide the direction for the company. And then we spent most of our time really just figuring out what are our value systems, right? And our executive team, we spent some time just together, just digging deep in regards to what are those values, what's the tagline, right? How do we define it? And what's those behaviors, right? What must we do and what we must not do? And most recently, we had a ton of fun with our mid-level leaders and managers across the company so that they can learn how to live it, right? And model those values. I can tell you, just recently, we launched what we're calling Chief Repeating Officer chat circles, right? So we had our first meeting actually yesterday. We had over 40% of attendance from all of our managers and our leaders. And we spent time just talking about stories, them being able to crystallize their stories, and how do you then go back to your teams so they can multiply and build it. It's been a ton of fun just trying to create that alignment across the company. And what we did was we analyzed the survey results from the launch meetings. And I'll tell you, it was overwhelmingly noticed how the staff wanted to hear from the executives.
Yep.
And so what I designed was these, CRO chat circles, right? And we bring in one of the partners to share a story for about 5-10 minutes. They come in and they jump back out. They share one of the values, and then we have breakout rooms to tell our stories. So we had our first one yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
LaNelle, I love the progression you're talking about, the flow from name it, language creates culture, to live it, leaders model culture, and the energy and the work and the effort that you and the executive team put in 6 months ago to build the foundation for this was profound.
It was awesome. And I'll also share what was really big for us was just the power of language, right? And knowing that culture is created through language, figuring out what are those same words to mean the same things, and working together to, emulate Procore as we created those tools, right? So having those visual tools to really just help us to define those values the same way, regardless of your business line here at the company. It's been powerful. And we believe, just like you all, that culture eats strategy for breakfast.
LaNelle, such a gift to spend time with you and to have you share with the Procore community. Thank you for giving us your perspective on the visual tool organizational clarity. And thank you to you all, Procore community, for tuning in and being a part of this. Stay tuned for more.
Thanks, everyone.